If Lionel Messi lifts the FIFA World Cup trophy again at the age of 39, will it become the perfect ending to the greatest career in football history, or will it simply delay the arrival of a new era led by Lamine Yamal? In my opinion, that's exactly why the World Cup final between Argentina and Spain is about far more than a battle for the trophy. It's a clash of two generations, two footballing philosophies, and perhaps the moment that changes football history forever. Argentina arrive as the defending champions, once again proving their championship mentality after defeating England 2-1 in the semifinals. Spain, meanwhile, have reached the final by playing some of the tournament's most dominant football, including an impressive 2-0 victory over France. But what truly makes this final different is the story behind it. Lionel Messi is chasing a second World Cup title, while Lamine Yamal has the opportunity to establish himself as the new face of world football. In my opinion, this isn't just a match to decide the world champion, it's a match that could determine who becomes football's defining figure after this unforgettable night. So in today's video, we're going to explore the most fascinating storylines ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup final between Argentina and Spain, the ultimate showdown between Lionel Messi and Lamine Yamal. Let's get started. More than a final, a clash of two generations. In my opinion, the biggest reason why the World Cup final between Argentina and Spain is so special isn't simply because the trophy is at stake, it's because it brings together two generations of football. On one side stands Lionel Messi, Argentina's 39-year-old captain, playing in his 6th World Cup and chasing what could be his 2nd world title. On the other is Lamine Yamal, Spain's teenage sensation who has been one of the tournament's most standout performers. Messi arrives carrying decades of experience and the status of a football legend, while Yamal represents the future of the game. It's no surprise that many international media outlets have described this final as the past versus the future. What makes this story even more remarkable is the connection between the two long before they ever met on a football pitch. In 2007, Messi famously took part in a Barcelona charity photo shoot in which he was photographed bathing a baby, who turned out to be Lamine Yamal. Years later, that same baby has grown into one of Spain's brightest stars and now stands across from Messi on football's biggest stage. The story has once again gone viral on social media and has become one of the most talked about narratives surrounding the final. In my opinion, regardless of who lifts the trophy, Messi versus Yamal has already become one of the most iconic moments in World Cup history. The road to the final proves the quality of both teams. Looking at their journeys to the final, I think both teams fully deserve to be here, although they have taken very different paths. Argentina began the knockout stage by defeating Cape Verde 3-2 in the round of 32, followed by another 3-2 victory over Egypt in the round of 16. They then beat Switzerland 3-1 in the quarterfinals before edging England 2-1 in the semifinals. Although each of those matches was accompanied by a series of controversial refereeing decisions that many fans believed favored Argentina. One thing remained consistent throughout their knockout run. Argentina scored at least 2 goals in every match. Lionel Scaloni's side may not always dominate possession, but they have been ruthless in front of the goal and remarkably composed in football's biggest moments. Spain, on the other hand, have been far more dominant in terms of overall performances. Luis de la Fuente's team opened the knockout stage with a convincing 3-0 victory over Austria, then defeated Portugal 1-0, eliminated Belgium 2-1, and secured their place in the final by beating France 2-0. Perhaps the most impressive aspect of Spain's campaign has been their defense, which has conceded just 1 goal throughout the knockout rounds. Outstanding performances from players such as Rodri, Pedri, Fabian Ruiz, Robin Lenormand, and Unai Simon have convinced many analysts that Spain enter the final as the tournament's most balanced team, combining defensive solidity with attacking quality. The tactical battle that could decide the World Cup. In my opinion, this final won't be decided by which team has more star players. It will be decided by who wins the small battles across the pitch. For Spain, the spotlight naturally falls on Rodri, the defensive midfielder who serves as the heartbeat of the team. Throughout the tournament, Rodri has dictated the tempo, broken up opposition attacks, and maintained balance whenever Pedri and Fabian Ruiz pushed forward. Argentina, meanwhile, rely on the midfield trio of Rodrigo de Paul, Enzo Fernandez, and Alexis McAllister to control possession while creating space for Lionel Messi to influence the game. Whichever side wins the midfield battle will most likely control the match itself. There are also several fascinating individual matchups to watch. Lamine Yamal is expected to go head-to-head with Argentina left-back Nicolas Tagliafico, who is well known for his aggressive one-on-one defending. Up front, Nico Williams will pose the biggest threat to Spain's central defensive pairing of Robin Lenormand and Pau Cubarsí, thanks to his intelligent movement inside the penalty area. Out wide, Nico Williams' explosive pace could become a major weapon against Argentina's backline. In my opinion, this is unlikely to be a final decided by a flood of scoring chances. Instead, it'll probably come down to one small mistake or one moment of brilliance from one of these key players. A final filled with records and history waiting to be made. One of the biggest reasons this final is a must-watch is the amount of history at stake. If Argentina win the 2026 FIFA World Cup, they will successfully defend the title they won in 2022 and become one of the few nations in the modern era to win back-to-back World Cups. For Lionel Messi, victory would also complete his extraordinary career with a second World Cup trophy, further cementing his place as one of the greatest footballers of all time. On the other hand, if Argentina falls short, this could be Messi's final World Cup appearance, the closing chapter of an international career that has spanned more than 2 decades. For Spain, a victory would bring them their second World Cup title since their historic triumph in South Africa in 2010. More importantly, it would confirm that Luis de la Fuente's rebuilding project has been a complete success. Players such as Lamine Yamal, Pedri, Pau Cubarsí, and Nico Williams have the chance to become the generation that returns Spain to the summit of world football after a 16-year wait. In my opinion, regardless of who lifts the trophy, this final won't just decide the 2026 world champions, it'll go down as one of the most memorable matches in football history. The football world is divided ahead of the final. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of this final isn't the statistics, it's how divided the football world is over who will become champions. Many international media outlets believe Spain enter the match as favorites after producing the tournament's most consistent performances and displaying outstanding balance in every area of the pitch. At the same time, many others are backing Argentina because of their experience on football's biggest stage, the mentality of defending champions, and of course, Lionel Messi, who has repeatedly decided crucial matches throughout his career. After the semi-final, Messi himself admitted that he wasn't surprised to see Argentina reach another World Cup final. According to him, Argentina's greatest strength isn't just the quality of their players, but the team's character and determination to fight until the very last minute. The conversation on social media has been just as captivating. The famous photo of Lionel Messi holding and bathing Lamine Yamal has once again gone viral across multiple platforms, while hashtag Messi vs Yamal has become one of the hottest topics ahead of the match. Many fans are calling this the perfect World Cup final, bringing together the greatest legend of the modern era and the player many believe will become the next global superstar. In my opinion, that's what makes Argentina versus Spain feel so different. It's not just about who lifts the 2026 FIFA World Cup trophy, it's about a moment that could be remembered for decades as the meeting point between two of football's greatest generations. Looking at all the facts, I honestly think it's incredibly difficult to predict who will become world champions. Argentina have the experience, the mentality of champions, and Lionel Messi, a player who always seems capable of making the difference. Spain, meanwhile, arrive with what may be the strongest collective team performance of the entire tournament. Whatever the outcome, one thing is already certain. This deserves to be remembered as one of the greatest World Cup finals in history. So, what do you think? Who will lift the 2026 FIFA World Cup trophy? Argentina led by Lionel Messi, or Spain led by Lamine Yamal? Leave your score prediction in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel because we still have plenty more fascinating football stories to explore together.